Hey, this is Bing from WonderBing Travel. Welcome to my backyard, which is not really camping, but that's what we're talking about today. It's too nice to be inside. This video has one purpose, and that is to help you feel confident about camping on your own for the first time. And even if maybe you've gone a few times, you'll find a few more tips here that will make you feel more confident, because solo camping is amazing, and it is one of the most empowering, I guess, but also relaxing things that I do when I solo road trip. This video is going to help you feel good about preparing for camping. It'll help you sleep better when you're camping, and really not to doubt yourself, because at the end of the day, what you're looking for is peace and quiet and relaxation and wonder, of course. If this is your first time visiting, I'm Bing from WonderBing Travel, and WonderBing Travel is all about solo female road tripping, equipping and inspiring women to hit the road and seek freedom and wonder on a road trip. And I have pretty exciting news today, because as of today, pre-orders for my new book called There's Wonder Around the Bend are available. Go to the link in the description and you can purchase your pre-ordered There's Wonder Around the Bend copy, and it will be delivered to you on May 21st, which is the official launch day for There's Wonder Around the Bend. I'm excited. This has been years in the making, and I love that I've been able to talk to you all about road tripping for quite a while now, but it's in book form and it's going to be everything that you need to know. Much more about that later. Let's get back to the topic of the day, which is to help you feel super confident on your first solo camping expedition. All right, let's go. So I'm going to start by talking to you about my setup. And there are lots of different ways to do this, but I want to share mine with you because it's what I do and what I know best, and then encourage you with a few other options as well. So here you can see what my setup looks like. Several years ago, I bought a tent that literally attaches to the back of my SUV. So you can see here, I open the back of my SUV and the tent kind of hugs the back of it. It's awesome. I love it because I don't have to walk outside to get from one to the other. All my things are safe and dry. I can put up my air mattress, all the things that I need inside the tent, and then I don't have to walk around outside to gain access to the things in my car. I will say that it takes some organization when you're packing to think through what that experience will be like, but it is well worth it. One of the things I like so much about this setup is that it provides a safety feeling for me. I just feel safer. I'm just being honest. I feel more confident if I'm close to my car. When I first started camping, and I honestly have left this feeling in the dust now, but when I first started camping, I had this feeling that if I needed to make a quick getaway, I was already there and I could just go. Okay, I've never needed to make a quick getaway. I highly doubt that I will ever need to make a quick getaway, but still, I am close to the easy exit if I need to be. And you can see that Lexi the Golden really enjoys sleeping in the tent as well. And yes, Lexi, my golden retriever, has traveled with me for the last 5 years now, and she loves camping more than just about anything else that we do on a solo road trip, other than hiking and swimming. And lots of women now are getting their cars or their SUVs or their vans sort of tricked out so they can sleep directly in them. That's certainly an option as well. It's not something I'm really well versed in, but I certainly see lots and lots of people doing it. Of course, you can always rent an RV, or you can sleep in a tent that is separate. But I think that from a perspective of first-time camping, you want something pretty simple and you want it to be close to your car. And there's nothing worse than like slugging lots of stuff back and forth, because I'll tell you what, that first time that you go camping, you are going to probably take far more than you need. That's okay, but you don't want it to be really far away from your car where you're just lugging things, and then if it rains and so anyway, keep it close. That's the message here. The next thing I want to say about your first camping experience is that you should practice setting up your tent in your yard, in your family room, or wherever. Practice before you go and actually use it. I'm so glad that I did this the first time. It takes a lot. You just don't want to be that person who's trying to like figure everything out at the end of a day when you're tired, or you just don't have cell service where you can look something up online. Practice before you go. And the other big thing about practicing is making sure that you can do it by yourself. A lot of tents are super easy to put up on their with 2 people, but a little trickier with 1. Mine definitely would be a little easier if there were 2 people, but I can do it by myself. I've done it dozens and dozens and dozens of times. So you want to be able to put it up and then also take it down and pack it up on your own. Just a quick little story about a time I didn't do this well. So I think it was the third year that I had my tent, and I felt pretty confident about it. For some reason, I did not put it up before I went that year because, I'd done it before. So Lexi and I arrive at our campground. I had made a reservation at the state park. We get there, whatever, and I have chosen my site poorly. It is a little bit too out in the midst of things for my taste. And as I pull in, I realize that there is a massive Amish family. And I'm talking about like dozens and dozens and dozens of people. They're cooking rotisserie chickens over the fires. And they have got all kinds of different games going on and wherever. And there's all these guys. And all I can think is, these men can put up a barn in one day. Do I really want them watching me try to put up a tent I haven't put up for 6 months? I decided no. This was not for me. So I took off back to the reservation front desk area and asked them if I could please have a different site, something with a little more privacy so that I could fail in peace. And thankfully there was a better option and I saved a little face there. So maybe not the primary reason for setting it up ahead of time, but pride is definitely something that entered into my life that day. So get your tent set up ahead of time, make sure you can take it down, make sure you can pack it up and get it back in your car. Enough said. So let's talk about the next thing that, in my opinion, you should definitely do to help yourself feel confident on your first solo camping trip. Have comfortable stuff. Things that make you feel good, things that help you sleep well, things that give you comfort. So in my case, that's things like a nice chair. And this, in my book, is a nice chair. I like this chair. I used to have one that was just like an old soccer chair that just was falling apart, and I didn't spend a lot of money on this one, but it's bigger, it's more comfortable, it has cup holders. They all do, I guess, but it pops in and out of the car and in its case really easily, so that's great. I just purchased this really cool little table this year to take with me as well. Weighs only 2 pounds. Check out this video that I just did at Costco, which highlights several great camping items that I found there. This is definitely one of them. Like I said, it weighs about 2 pounds. It'll hold up to 50 pounds of weight. Just really nice to have a flat surface sometimes when I'm sitting in my chair and not a lot place to put, whether it's a book or computer or a game or whatever it is that I am doing. And of course, have a good water bottle. Love my water bottle. Some other things that really speak comfort to me is that I don't go anywhere without my Tempur-Pedic pillow. That's a big part of comfort for me. Also talked about that because there's a great one on sale at Costco right now. So pick one up if that's important to you. I have a really nice air mattress and it has a topper on it as well. I found a few years ago that I was cold a lot of times during the night, even with a great sleeping bag, which is another thing that is really important to me. But I realized that it's the cold air in the air mattress that was making me cold. So I got what is basically like a thick fitted sheet to put on top of it, and it has made all the difference in the world. So comfort is king, or queen in this case. So please get things that make you feel good, make you feel comfortable when you sleep or when you're just hanging out at your campsite. Okay, and for me, it might also include a bottle of wine, but maybe that's not your thing. Okay, everybody, another really important part of camping is having good stuff. And I don't mean the most expensive stuff. I just mean having good stuff, stuff that you can rely on and that just makes you feel confident and comfortable. What's camping without a campfire? I always carry at least 2 of these guys with me. Of course, matches, wind, you just don't know what you're getting into. So something that's a little bit more predictable. I also cheat and use fire starter. Why not? This makes sure that I have a much easier time, less frustration as I'm starting a fire. Maybe this is going overboard, but I carry usually more than this, but a bag that has kindling wood in it. In many of the campgrounds that you may stay in, you have the option to buy firewood. Some places don't if it's free and you just have to forage for yourself. But I always carry kindling with me that's dry, so I know that I can get that started along with the fire starter. And of course, I carry newspaper as well. So just a bunch of that to really make sure it's quick and easy and I can get that done real quickly. Okay, another really important part of feeling comfortable and confident is having good lighting. So I have a few different things. Inside my tent, you'll see that I have little cute lights that hang. Those just make me happy and make me feel good. I also have a little fan and that has a light on it that hangs from the middle of my tent. But I also purchased this lantern this year, really good handle on it, has lots of different settings. It's solar powered, battery powered. You can also charge it and you can charge your phone in it. Check out my Costco video again if you haven't yet, because that's where I got it. And I do a more detailed review of it there. I also got this really awesome flashlight this year. It's very heavy duty and solid. I've already dropped it. It's fine. It shines almost 600 feet, so really cool. Again, you can charge your phone on it, which is bizarre. You can also charge it as well and put batteries in it, whatever works for you. So great lighting options are important. Other things that make me feel confident and comfortable is knowing that my food is in good condition and is going to be safe and is also going to be cold or hot, depending on what I want. So I invested in this Arctic cooler many years ago. It is still in great condition. It is not a Yeti, but it is like a Yeti. And things will stay cold for up to 3 days, will stay frozen. I really love it. It's been awesome. A few years ago, I added this Arctic cooler to my front seat. Similar concept. It's really heavy duty. Things stay cold for a long time. I like it because I can reach across and grab things to keep it on the floor of the passenger seat. And lastly, my trusty little Coleman stove here. It just takes a tiny little propane canister, super easy to set up. It also folds up, so when you're done with it, it carries like a little mini suitcase. You can just snap it up and carry it with you. It is really lightweight and portable, and I love that about it. And I take it everywhere I go. Great for chai lattes in the morning, great for any kind of cooking that I want to do. I highly recommend having some sort of stove if you're going to be doing any kind of cooking. Thinking that you're going to cook over your campfire is fun and exciting until it's not that great. So it's really good to have a confident backup to that. So there you have it. These are the things that make me feel confident and comfortable when I'm camping. I want to take the unknowns out of it. So that's why I carry things like a lighter instead of matches, or why I have an extra topper on my air mattress, because I want to make sure that I'm warm, or the extra jacket, or whatever it is, and not really worry about the elements so much. So I want to sort of outsmart them right out of the gate. Just a little bit of advice that will take some of the questions out of it for you and help you feel more confident on your first camping trip. Here's one other area I don't want to forget to mention when you're camping by yourself is don't forget the fun things. So whatever that might mean to you. For me, that means having really cute lighting in my tent. I know that sounds silly, but it makes me happy. I have books that I've been saving to read. I also will have a glass of wine in the evenings around my campfire. To me, that is like ultimate bliss, right? The ability to make a chai latte in the morning, again, around the campfire, like that makes me really happy. So things that bring you peace, that bring you calm, that make you feel really good about your decision to be out there. Have your favorite foods, like what are the fun snacks that you can take along with you, or things that would be really fun to cook. Maybe you're prepping vegetables and things ahead of time and you're just warming them up on your Coleman stove. Or if you are going to brave it and do it over the campfire, like just think about those things that you know when you get out there, you're so excited to just do that thing or relax and have that beverage or play that game or whatever it might be that you're dying to do. So think about the fun things in advance. All of these things work to build confidence and help you to feel secure and excited about your first camping trip. Okay, the last thing that I want to mention is that you should pack whatever you want to pack when you're going camping for the first time. And you're probably going to take too much stuff, and so what, right? But you're going to have what you need. I think within reason, right? You don't want to go overboard, but you don't want to feel like you're wrestling ahead of time with what to take. Just take it, right? What's the worst thing that could happen? You just have to unpack more stuff when you get home. But that is a key part of keeping your car close to where you're camping so that you're not hauling a lot of stuff. While this isn't a video about safety, I do think that clearly safety when we are camping is something that we want to pay heed to before we go and think about a little bit. So, but I don't want you to think about it from the perspective of fear. We're not imagining all these terrible things that could happen. And so, how do I thwart this idea, or how do I protect myself against that all the terrible things that could happen? Don't approach it in that manner. Think about the things that make you feel more confident and comfortable. And again, don't try to imagine every worst case scenario. But if you carried a whistle around your neck, would that make you feel better? If you had a really trusty light, would that be helpful? Something you can reach out and grab. Are there some safety measures you can take before you go to bed at night and make sure that your keys and your phone and the light source are all within a quick arm's reach of where you are? Just think about the few things that would make you feel confident and then do them. Okay, so we're here at our end of our time together. I hope that these tips have helped you to feel more confident as you embark on your first camping trip solo. It is so worth it. So if it means taking a little bit of a leap of faith to do it, I would highly encourage you to just do it. Camping has definitely become one of my most very favorite parts of a solo road trip. I hope you'll give it a try. And in the meantime, please subscribe to our channel. Lexi and I would be thrilled to have you. And also be sure to order the new book, There's Wonder Around the Bend. Check out all the links below, hit that subscribe button, and come along for the ride. We hope to see you on the road.